Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, from a cold, blustery sort of day. Not too blustery, I guess, a little windy. I am here with Starflower, and I'm getting ready to put the winter jammies on her. I'll give you just a quick little tour. As you can see, we have our outboard motor bracket here mounted on the stern, and then this is where the rudder will go. And this time I don't have a foiled rudder, I just have the standard rudder that came with the boat. I'll show you inside in the cabin once we get there, and then a little ladder for boarding. So I'm going to undo that. And some people have asked me before what these are, and they're essentially, from what I remember being told by Jerry Hutchins of Com-Pac, before Com-Pac closed, of course, and that they're access hatches just to get to like the hardware, I think, if you needed to get in here, is my understanding. So it's not really storage, it's just access. So you can see that on this here, this piece of stainless, this is what's called on the legacy a stern arch, not a push pit or a stern pulpit. And we've got some cleats on both sides here. And this is for if you want to attach the little lifeline. I didn't get that on this boat, so I don't have that, but maybe later I could add something like that if I wanted to. Scuppers here and here and here and here, and of course the centerboard pennant right there that I have kind of daisy chained up for now. This trailer did come with the little size tires as opposed to the larger ones that I put on the other legacy that I have that's waiting for pickup from her new owner. They're the regular size trailer tires. And this boat was delivered from Texas, and so they did just fine. So perhaps I'll just go ahead and leave them. They do say that it's easier for launching with the smaller tires, of course. We've got the galvanized trailer from Magic Tilt, and it looks like, yeah, you can't see the name on it anymore apparently, but it's supposed to be 2023 model. And then the boat, here is where you have the pin that goes into the mast up. You see where the pin is right there? That's where that goes. And then the forward part of that is where you will put these two buddies here. And then these are for your halyards here and here, main and a head sail. And I have a roller furler on this boat, so I'm not quite sure how that's all quite set up yet. But this piece right here is what attaches the forestay to the boat. And if memory serves me, from my first legacy was a hank-on, and I remember tying the tack of the sail to this bail. You can see that the furling line is going to pass through these fair leads here along the starboard side of the hull and tie off on this cleat here. I do have midship cleats on my boat here. So one port and starboard. This is for your jib sheets here to come to this little cam cleat. And then a forward hatch, of course. And then also a cleat up on deck there as well. And a nice generous size cockpit. The only complaint I would say about the cockpit is that you can see from where the cockpit sole is it's not very deep. So if you're a tall person, you might want to put a boat cushion down. So let's go on board. So here's what we look like from this respect. This boat's a 2024, so it's a couple years old. So yeah, let's go ahead and remove the hatch boards and see what we have down below. And push this back and lift out our hatch boards. So there is a little bitty bridge deck, which I really love because this is one of my spots that I like to sit in when the first mate's sailing the boat. I will just sit here and man the jib sheets sometimes when he's at the helm. So here we go. Sitting here on the bridge deck, you can see down below I have, this is what the rudder looks like. This is this coming down here to sit. This is the standard rudder. So you can see there's no foil on this, right? It's just a piece of, I'm not sure what this is made out of, some sort of metal alloy. Anyway, so that's the rudder. And here you can see where the chain plates are inside the cabin. And the boat is on the overhead and then on the ceilings, fully carpeted in marine carpet. My 2021 Legacy did have this as well. Here's our boom. I'm not gonna take this out just because it's a little bit of a bear to get it in and out. So that's about as far back as the, you can sleep in here, no problem. If you look, you can see behind this little area here where the porta potty would go, like right below, is where you're going to put your porta potty. And then behind it, there, you've got more storage. So there really isn't technically a bilge, from what I was told by Jerry. Again, our port side bulkhead and port light, not a porthole, but a port light. So we get a little light in here. Port light up and 4 with the forward hatch or overhead hatch here. I always just double check to make sure this is closed. And then you want to twist this to the front of the boat to tighten and towards me to loosen. So it's nice and tight. Moving to the starboard side of the boat. Again, port light. And then here you can see again how far back things go. And then, of course, in that area there that I was talking about earlier, that you could have a little storage down there behind, underneath the cockpit sole. Speaking of storage, we have some additional storage. Here's my spare tire I need to have mounted. So sorry, I lost audio in this portion of the video. This is the area that is storage near the support post of the boat. And here you can see the electrical panel and cabin light on the boat. This area here behind the cabin light is the storage compartment for your battery, as well as where you're going to find the wiring for the electrical panel. The area behind the electrical panel wiring and the battery compartment is where you'll find your anchor locker to store your rode. So that's it, in a nutshell. A little tour of my new 2024 Com-Pac Legacy SV Starflower, aka Star. I am super stoked to have this Legacy in my life, and although I have enjoyed the many blessings of having had the larger Com-Pacs like the 23 and the 25, all of the lessons that they've taught me, there's something that's very sweet about coming full circle all the way home back to the Com-Pac Legacy. I'm looking forward to all the adventures that I'll have aboard this sweet diminutive sloop. Thanks for watching, and until next time, fair winds.